I am Geoffrey in the Penthesilea campaign, Adventure difficulty. This is the third episode. We are in game turn 71. And here's the situation of the campaign. We're allies with Hippolyta's Amazons. We are at war with a faction up here. In the north, we are besieging Sistos. This is the next battle you're going to see. The saga titles don't get that many views. I'll be grateful for your feedback. I have a feeling, I like them very much. They maybe are a little bit too fast-paced, especially the battles. They definitely don't get as many views as my medieval 2 Total War videos, which, it could be that I could go back to doing some of those, although I like these two saga titles. I don't know why people aren't as engaged by them. So I'm going to show you 3 more battles today. So the first one will be a siege of Sestos. We're in the mid part of the campaign. Penthesilea still has only her army, just one army, but she's starting to get some late units. So these are the Bloodthorn units. So she's going to siege, didn't have a very strong force, so she called upon the Bloodthorn units. And she has 3 units, I think, of Bloodthorn fighters. These are the ones. They are covered in tattoos and presumably blood as well. I don't know what the story is. Presumably they Bloodthorn, they were blood sisters or something. They are called on when they're needed, and they suddenly magically disappear to join the army. You can only do this once every so often. You need to have a certain level of forget it was called, some sort of battle worthiness or so in the army, and then you get the you can call upon Bloodthorn units. You get between 3 and 9 depending on your level of battle worthiness. So here you see those various other units. Those were, I think, Oathsworn. There's a spear units. They're also very nice. They are pushing the ram. We have more units here, so we have a 3-pronged attack. We are attacking on 3 sides. And there are more Bloodthorn fighters here. Here they are.
Your warriors are attacking the gates.
Here's the view from above. So we have one attack coming on this side, one attack with Penthesilea coming in the middle, then we have one other army coming from one of the other sides there at the back. So they're all attacking at once. It looks like we have superiority. It was mostly because of Bloodthorn units. We have a lot, just the majority of the army of Penthesilea is missile units and cavalry, and that's why I had to call on the Bloodthorn units. So although it looks like we have massive superiority, since half our units are archers and cavalry, they're not attacking, they're just watching. The superiority is not as great as it looks. So here we have a ram on this side. We have put ladders, as many ladders as we could, and our heavy units are going up the walls on the ladders. Penthesilea is trying to break down one of the gates with the help of the siege ram. And the fighting on the walls has begun. I'm going to show you a little bit some of the units. We've already broken the gates inside.
Your warriors are losing heart.
Okay, one of our units is losing heart, but these warriors here are doing okay.
The enemy gates have been destroyed.
So we've broken through another gate in addition to this one. Yeah, there's Penthesilea. Here's one of the enemy commanders. He's fighting on the walls. And another one is down here. He's going to fight Penthesilea. Here are... No, these are not the Bloodsworn Warriors. These are the Warriors of Ares. They're a similar unit. They're even better. Because the Bloodsworn Warriors don't have experience. And they can have upgraded armor. Whereas the Warriors of Ares are basically the same unit. But they can have experience. And they can have upgraded armor. There one of them died, but in any case we won the fight on the walls. Another good unit is the Corinites. These are the single-handed axe women with a shield. They have a kind of morale boost that can give morale to nearby units if they're wavering, or they can add to their ability, to their fighting ability rather. It's not so much morale as fighting ability. Or defending ability or something like that. So if a unit is hard pressed, they can give it this buff that they have. So the units Penthesilea gets are fantastic, especially the higher tier units. They are really fun to play with. So here Penthesilea is fighting one of the enemy generals as well as a whole bunch of other warriors. This is too much for them. I find this a little bit silly. I would have preferred if it was more like Medieval 2, like where you have the general, the hero, helped by some bodyguards. But I think they want to kind of imitate a little bit the style of Homer's, where heroes fought in single-hand combat. On the other hand, what is going on here is a little bit ridiculous. How can one fighter fight so many and not be killed? Show no fear. Where are our reinforcements? Okay, finally she routed everybody. I guess. I'm not sure what happened there. Yeah, everybody's been routed. Somehow. I mean, she has a lot of buffs, but I don't know what happened there, how everybody got routed. Maybe they were surrounded, they thought they were surrounded. So here are more cool units. These are shielded stone slingers. And basically the battle is over, everybody has been routed. And I think it's about time to move on to the next battle. Here are the Bloodsworn. They look very tough.
Hades has claimed the enemy hero.
Okay, now the next battle, the Battle of Proconnesus. So this is an open battle against 3 armies. And these are the 2 armies in the background. Look what happened in the rear. There was another enemy army attacking us from the rear. And so we turned to fight them. So right from the start, they just came out of the back of the map, and here's the fighting now. The enemy general has been charged by the Hippomakoi, and he's already been routed just a few seconds into the battle, so one of the enemy armies will soon be out. These units are quasi-Trojan, I think. They are Bithynians or something like that. I'm not sure if they're true Trojans. Maybe they are Trojan allies. Here's again Penthesilea with her Amazons, the oath-sworn spear women. And here are some of the shielded stone slingers. It's a very nice unit. And the Huntresses is an amazing unit. Very cool looking. And the enemy has basically been routed. Here are some mounted Huntresses, I think. They are javeliners, mounted javeliners. Here are some of these warriors of Ares, this fantastic third tier double-handed axe unit with a double-edged axes or libraries. And there's some reorganization. We defeated the army that had come from our rear, and now we want to head to attack the two armies that are in the middle of the map, in the middle of the battlefield. But look what happened. More enemy units appeared suddenly in our rear, and so I have to send the units back. Fortunately, the units that appeared in our rear now are mostly missile units. So they were instantly routed. And here's some more of these mounted huntresses. And these units are the Furies, I think, are they? The Furies have painted faces. And so the two Trojan armies or Bithynian armies that were in the middle of the map are now attacking us. And all of the cavalry units is going to charge their rear. Penthesilea's cavalry units can run through forest as if it's open ground. And so they are fantastic because they can use the whole map as if it's open ground. That's great. When they are top tier, only the top tier units have this skill. So we routed that unit, which was a very heavy enemy unit. We routed it very easily. First we attacked it with missiles, and they did not have shields, and so they suffered casualties. And then we did a hammer and anvil, and they're off running for their lives. Here's an enemy general, I think. Is fighting those horsewomen. These horsewomen are the Furies, and the Furies are enemy hero assassins. They have a special skill against enemy heroes, and they've routed the enemy hero. There he is, he's being routed. Here are some of the other units. Here are some of the spear women without any armor. They are good. They are fast, and they're good for chasing enemy units, especially before you get cavalry. But once you have cavalry, they're not so useful. And you can get cavalry very easily with the Amazons. So basically, the battle is over. Yeah, that's pretty much over now. We routed all the enemy units, so that's an opportunity to show you now some of the units, the individual units. I'm going to showcase them one by one. So here are the mounted huntresses. Very cool looking. And here are the Furies. They're chasing the enemy general. They're hero assassins, as I said. The enemy general is running for his life. Only one of these horsewomen is running after him. I don't know where the other ones are going. It looks like at this point the battle is getting a little bit buggy, I think. Sometimes it happens with some of the battles, especially near the end in the replays. The replays get a little bit buggy. So I don't know where the other women are running off to. Okay, they got him. They got him really quick. So this is a great unit for killing enemy heroes. Here's some archers. Fantastic looking. Here are the warriors of Ares, the warriors of Artemis here, and the Oathsworn, they are spear women. Very cool looking. Here are the shielded stone slingers, and the warriors of Artemis coming behind. Very cool looking as well. And this Corionites, a very good single-hand axe unit. Here are the daughters of Ares, not the warriors of Ares, the daughters of Ares. They are a fierce unit. This is one of the best units in the game. And here's also a fantastic cavalry unit, the Hippomarchoi. They are also one of the best cavalry units in the game, if not the best. They can run through forests as if it's open land and open ground, and they are very good against giants, against big units, also against generals, but not quite as good as the Furies. The Furies are specialist general killers. So here they are, the Hippomarchoi. Fantastic looking. So Penthesilea has killed one of the enemy generals. Here's a light spear unit. As I said, these are good early sort of units for chasing enemy generals or enemy routed units. So here's another battle. This is going to be another siege. This is the third battle, and with this I'll close off the episode, the third part of the campaign. So we're besieging the city. We're bringing in some siege rams, and this particular settlement is very hard to attack because we have to start really a long way off, and it takes a long time to get to the walls of this settlement. But I'm taking it easy so I don't tire the soldiers. They are mostly walking. And we're pushing those enormous siege rams. So the plan is that Penthesilea with some giants will attack on one gate, and then the siege rams will attack the other gate. And I'll keep a couple of siege rams in reserve. So one siege ram will go for another gate. We have some of these Spartoi. This is a unit you get if you have 600 favor with Ares. You can then hire this unit. It's good, but not great. They are very fast, and they have very high morale. They never break. So I'm showing you the scenes that I'm showing you now are neither in normal speed nor in slow motion. The slow motion is speeded up 4 times, and normal speed are slowed down by about 25-30% because normal speed is just too fast and looks weird. Some of the time I slow it down, some of the time I leave it as it is. But when it is as it is in the game, the units move too fast. So here's the overview. So you can see Penthesilea with the giants and a couple of other units are attacking one of the gates. A bunch of other units with a siege ram are going to move to the gate on the left. And then another bunch of units will stay on reserve and will not do anything. We'll wait for Penthesilea to tear down the gates. But these units here, the Corionites, they're good for charging the wall, so they have shields as well, so they have some protection from missiles. They're going to go ahead and attack anyway. Not sure if this is the best tactic. You can hold them back a little if you want.
Your hero is under
So the giants have made it to the gates. They've taken out their huge hammers. Wow, what's going on? The defenders have opened the gates. There's some. They have a tricky plan. They've thought of something really tricky, I guess. So they open the gates and whatever. Oh, they closed them, they opened them. So the giants are fighting all these archers that were on the other side of the gate. This is really a little bit buggy. Okay, alright, let's see what happens. So in slow motion, the gates are closing again. They're closing and opening. Oh, and the giants got trapped on the other side, so they can no longer bang on the gates. This is weird. Okay, what can you do? So Penthesilea is left alone to bang on the gates, and the giants are now on this side. but she activated an ability that scares the enemy off. So this red head floating in the air, she's activated an ability that frightens the enemy. And the giants also frighten the enemy, so the enemy is now frightened. And these archers, whatever they are here, they're not a very good unit. They're some militia or something. They aren't going to be very successful against the giants, I suppose. So the giants are slaughtering them. Even though they're archers, they're not a proper melee unit. They're doing a good job. Okay, in the meantime, Penthesilea got fed up, so it's coming up the walls. Alright, that's a good trick. And the Coriolanus have come up the walls, and it looks like we've got the walls on this side, so we don't need, I suppose. Someone is banging on the gates. Maybe I think I brought some infantry to bang on the gates. And some cavalry? Is this? Oh, yeah, the defenders have some centaurs. Oh, he got killed. And it looks like the giants are doing okay. We've broken the gate somehow. We brought one of the rams. I remember now. One of the rams was brought in. It's captured this gate. And now the flood is coming in. You can see these daughters of Ares and the Labris infantry. Both units are very good. Of course, the daughters of Ares are a fantastic unit. Here's some enemy Trojan-like units. I think they're Bythenians or some sort of Trojan-like unit, but not Trojans. They are really too fast when they're at normal speed. And here are the Spartoi, so the warriors of Ares. It's a special hero, whatever they're called, epic unit you get when you have a high level cult of Ares active. Here's some Coriolanus on the right. These Amazon units are just fabulous. They're so much fun playing with them. They're really all of them, or nearly all of them. They are special. They're all great. These daughters of Ares, they're just a fantastic unit. I'd say this is the best faction in terms of the units. And if you like simple campaigns, we don't want to spend too much time working on the settlements and micromanaging or managing the settlements. They don't have really much to manage. So here's one of the enemy generals. He's run off and now he's shooting the Amazons there. And now he's going to engage in melee. These Amazons are really tough. This Coriolanus, and we have some double-handed Labris infantry as well. I mean, he's just having his hands full. So we've already entered the settlement. So here are some missile units mounted and dismounted. They are being chased by Penthesilea. She's routed everyone. No, she's not routed them. Or maybe she has. They don't know which way to run. Okay, so we got some of these spear women inside as well. Here are the Spartoi. And I think by now we've captured the other gate, so we've got more infantry coming from the other gate. But this gate is complete win, and most of the fighting is on this side. Here's Penthesilea again. The enemy army is still holding, which is amazing. This was one of the longest sieges of the campaign. You know, they've been defending for more than 5 minutes. Okay, we killed one of the centaurs here. This enemy archers are being routed. The centaurs have good morale, so they haven't been routed yet, but they have suffered casualties. I think they're centaur archers, so they're not very good at melee. And here's Penthesilea. She's chasing off everyone. The other units are busy still on the walls and taking prisoners, but they're slowly heading in the direction of Penthesilea. Here's one of the enemy generals still in good order. This siege is a very long siege by the game standards. So lots of reinforcements are arriving. They have the hill advantage, so Penthesilea has to fight uphill. Oh, I've gone a little bit back. I have a feeling I've gone a little bit back at this point. Yes, to show you the units coming in, as I said. So we took the other gate, we brought a siege ram, opened up that gate. All the Trojan or Bithynian armies were busy fighting Penthesilea, so nobody was defending this side. And so we took that gate without any opposition. So back to Penthesilea here. This is more or less where we were left. So here the centaurs, they're running off, but still in good order, but they're running off since they're horse archers. And some of the infantry is running off. So again, here's Penthesilea. Oh, she was knocked over, but she's still alive. She's very hard to kill, especially after she's built up her army and she reached, a very high level with her buildings and so on. Then she's very hard to kill. She's a tough fighter. Oh, the same is true about all heroes, I guess, once they have high rank. The units are how I imagine them. These sorts of units is how I imagine warriors of that period. The heavy units, I don't know, they're a little too heavy, but not unrealistically so. Okay, here we go, the Hippomarchoi. This is the excellent unit, the cavalry unit that the Amazons get. This really is a fantastic unit.
Go at them!
A short cavalry unit, but also good at melee. They are especially good fighting against axemen and swordsmen. And so when they fight against them, they have a certain bonus, so they are just as good as heavy infantry.
Slaughter them!
Okay, so here they are again. So beautiful.
Sisters, attack!
That's great. Amazing. And so that was the end of this battle. I may show you also some, if I can find some interesting battles, maybe with some unique units, for example the chariots that the Amazons get. I may show you some of those battles, or any battles that are really unique and special. I may show them in the next couple of episodes. So, thank you for watching.